Hey everyone, here. This tablet is the Redmi Pad 2 Pro, and this video is the handwriting and note-taking review for this tablet. First of all, disclaimer, this is not a review unit. I have purchased this tablet for review purposes, and my artist review is not out yet, but will be out very soon. 3 months ago, I have made a video on the note-taking and handwriting experience with the Redmi Pad 2. And the experience you will get with the Pad 2 Pro is kind of similar. If you're thinking of buying a tablet mostly for note-taking, I recommend you go with the Redmi Pad 2, which is more affordable. Now, if you want a tablet with a larger display, a much better processor, and much longer battery life, the Redmi Pad 2 Pro is a good option. The pen supported by this tablet is the Redmi Smart Pen, selling at 47 Singapore dollars or 36 US dollars. So this is quite affordable. By the way, if you're watching my video in Singapore, you may be able to purchase this tablet at 30% off or up to 100 Singapore dollars off through my Shopee SG affiliate link in the video description below. This pen supports 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity, tilt sensitivity, and palm rejection. So if you try to draw with your finger or if you rest your palm on the display, this will not introduce any stray stroke. This pen has an internal battery and has to be charged with the USB-C port here, and this pen has to be paired with the tablet using Bluetooth. There are 2 side buttons which may be customizable depending on the app you use, and the clicks are firm. Surface of the pen is matte textured, and this pen is quite comfortable to hold. It's not too heavy and not too light. This is a plastic pen tip and can be replaced. There is one replacement pen tip included in the box. This is a firm pen tip which does not move when writing or drawing on the display. And this is a laminated display, so there is almost no gap between the line and the pen tip when you are writing or drawing. Latency performance is quite good, but will vary depending on the app you use. So this app is Concepts, and as I draw this long sweeping line, I can see a small gap as the line is chasing the pen tip. But when writing or drawing, this is not going to be an issue. One downside of this pen is it cannot attach to the side of the tablet for charging and Bluetooth pairing. If you're someone who doesn't use the pen that often, you have to remember to charge the pen regularly, at least once a month, because the battery capacity in such digital pens is small. And if you leave the battery depleted for long periods of time, it can damage the battery easily. And I'm speaking from experience. Let's look at some of the software features you can get with this pen. You can write in text boxes, or you can disable that in the settings. You can write with the screen off. So if you enable this, when the screen is off, you can tap on the screen to take a quick note. The 2 side buttons on the pen are pre-programmed with shortcuts. This button that is nearer to the pen tip will open the Notes app. So when you press and hold and tap on the display, a notepad will appear. And if you write something, this will save to the Mi Canvas app. So let me just close this. And this button here will allow you to take a screenshot. So again, press and hold, and now you can take a full screenshot or just draw over an area to take a partial screenshot, and this will save the screenshot to the gallery. These 2 shortcuts cannot be disabled. Let me put the tablet on my mouse pad first before writing to prevent the tablet from wobbling, because there is a camera bump behind. Without the mouse pad, this is going to wobble. So I purchased this tablet without the flip case and without the keyboard case. There are many capable note-taking apps available from the Google Play Store, and the ones that I use frequently are Notein and Concepts. There is also MyScript Notes, which used to be called Nable, and this is a good app that's available on Windows, iPads, and Android tablets. And if you use iPads as well, there's Flexil, which is available on Android tablets and iPads. Alright, let's write something. And this app that I'm using is Notein. And this 12.1-inch display is a big display to write on. Personally, for me, 11-inch is more than sufficiently big, so 12.1 inches, well, even bigger. Okay, so for this app, I have already customized the two side buttons to switch to eraser. So if I write something wrong, I can click here on either of the buttons, and this will switch to eraser, and I can erase, and click again to switch back. This app is able to capture my handwriting style quite well, quite accurately. Now as I write, can you hear the tapping sound? The pen provides basic palm rejection, but if you want better palm rejection performance, you may have to enable palm rejection manually with certain apps that do not have palm rejection enabled by default. So for this app, I have to enable that. And now when I try to draw with my finger, you can see it actually moves the canvas, or I can disable this action as well. And I have enabled double finger undo, and it works. Now palm rejection works well most of the time, but sometimes when writing, if I rest my palm on the display, it may activate the undo, but it happens, I would say, oops, do you see that? I was about to say that it happens rarely, but it does happen sometimes. And this app is Concepts, which is actually my main drawing app. And this app can be used to take notes as well. So I have configured this button here to show the color wheel so that I can change colors easily. And this button has been set to hide the UI. This can capture my handwriting style quite accurately as well. Oops, let me undo. Now notice the display actually became darker. That is because there is a camera here and there is auto brightness. So when you're writing and your hand covers the camera, the display brightness may become lower. So if you want to prevent that from happening, you may want to move the camera to the other side, or maybe just have the camera up there so that your hand will not block the camera. The pen tip is quite smooth on the glass, so this will allow you to write very quickly, which is a good thing for writing. And this app is Microsoft OneNote, which I rarely use, but this is quite a popular app as well because it's free and included with Windows. This app is able to capture my handwriting, but I don't think the handwriting style here looks as good compared to other apps. For Notein, when I write, you can see there is tapered strokes here. So when I lift the pen up, the stroke would taper at the end. For Microsoft OneNote, the strokes don't taper as nicely, so you can see this very abrupt end at the end, which is not really an issue. Now for some of the strokes, you can even see the shoelace effect, such as the end of letter A here and E here, where the stroke becomes thinner abruptly, but it still doesn't taper. Certain versions of Microsoft OneNote has this shimmering effect. Oops, I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, this app does not support, unfortunately, the double tap undo. Let me switch to eraser. I have to use the eraser here because I cannot configure the side buttons as eraser. So for certain versions of this app, when you're writing, the letters may move slightly before they settle down. I don't see that happening, so that's good. And this app is MyScript Notes, used to be called Nable. And this app is able to capture my handwriting style quite well. Now, some of the handwriting styling is actually applied by the software. Okay, for this app, I cannot use the side buttons to erase because there's no way for me to configure the side button, and I cannot double tap to undo. If you want to convert your handwritten notes into editable text, you have to use an app that supports handwriting conversion, and this app does have that feature. So let me just select the text here that I want to convert and tap here to convert into text. So this managed to read my handwriting with accuracy, except for this C. Let me just undo to see what I wrote. Okay, I wrote L instead of C. Right, to conclude, you can expect pretty good handwriting and note-taking experience. Oops, I accidentally pressed the side button here, which can happen. And sometimes I may accidentally press and hold the side button, in which case this will call up either the screenshot mode or the Me Canvas thing that's going on. Yeah, and you cannot disable that, so that's one downside. Oops, palm rejection works well most of the time, but sometimes with certain apps, it doesn't work as well. So there are certain apps with better palm rejection compared to others. Oops, another palm rejection issue there. As I placed my palm on the display, it activated the double tap undo. Oh, another thing I almost forgot to mention is sometimes while writing, I may accidentally press and hold the side button. So this would either activate the screenshot mode or call up the Me Canvas, and this cannot be disabled. If you click, it's fine, but if you click and hold, then this can happen, which is a minor annoyance for me. My overall rating for the handwriting and note-taking experience for this tablet is probably A- or B+. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.